Welcome back to Send Crypto. In today's content, I'm gonna be talking about some of these coins I'm gonna be watching next week, and then let's say the first couple of weeks of March, right? And then these coins, they just have like something in common, which is like they all moving below the 50 EMA, and then they making a nice falling wedge, right? So when you take a look at WANCHAIN, right? I previously made a video about WANCHAIN, ICX, Nano, let's see, I think AMB and NAVCOIN, right? So ICX already went up like almost 50% since I made that video, right? So the next coin I'm watching now is WANCHAIN, right? When you take a look at WANCHAIN and ICX, they both made the same type of formation, right? And then come back, retest this low, make a small impulse move, and then a sideways correction. So what I'm expecting from WANCHAIN now, right? Let's remove this. I'm expecting WANCHAIN, like for the long-term view, right? Let's say next 2 weeks at least. I'm expecting WANCHAIN to get into this box, right? Basically, right? Just to move above this 100 EMA, just like what ICX did. When I made that video, ICX was still moving like below this 50 EMA, right? And then ICX was making this 1 2 3 4 5 accumulation area, right? So just like Monero on a bigger picture, right? Monero is making it on a daily, but a bigger bottom formation. So the same type of formation right here, this bull flag, I'm expecting it to get into this area, which is roughly another 40 to 50% to the upside, right? So just keep an eye on WANCHAIN, right? And then the next coin we're going to talk about is NAVCOIN. When you take a look at NAVCOIN is making a nice triangle, right? So I'm expecting NAVCOIN to get as close as possible. We could possibly get another rejection, at this upper level of this area of resistance, right? We could get another rejection, but I'm expecting like NAVCOIN to make a very impulse move just like that, right? The next couple of weeks, a 40 to 50% to the upside in one day, or like at least like a 24 to 48 hours impulse move. So just watch out for NAVCOIN. Keep an eye on NAVCOIN also, right? And the next coin we're going to take a look at is VECHAIN, right? When you take a look at VECHAIN, VECHAIN has a very nice bottom formation. So I don't know if this is not a bottom formation, what type of bottom formation the market going to be making, right? So I'm expecting VECHAIN. I'm not expecting much from VECHAIN. We just getting a bull flag. I'm just expecting like a 1-to-1 extension, let's say, right? I'm expecting another 1-to-1 extension which going to be a let's take a look at it. 15 to 20% to the upside before a move to the downside, right? So I'm not expecting much from VECHAIN, at least like unless BTC like turn very bullish, VECHAIN can get like another 30% to the upside. But for the short term, the next couple of days, I'm expecting VECHAIN with a 15 to 20% to the upside before a before it comes back and retests these areas, right around this area. So the next coin with the biggest potential, I'm expecting to make a big move in March, is the XLM. As soon as we complete this move, we got a ABC correction to the upside. I'm expecting to make another ABC correction to the downside before a very aggressive impulse move, right? And we could be looking at let's see, could be looking at another 40 to 50% move to the upside from XLM, at least for the short term, at least for the month of March, right? I'm not expecting XLM to make any further downtrend movement, right? So even if XLM break this area of support, I don't expect like XLM to go let's say 15 to 20% below this area, right? So instead, I'm expecting XLM to make this a very impulse move. But keep an eye on this this area of support, right? So we got three wave move to the upside, another 3-wave move to the downside, and then a very aggressive move to the upside very shortly. All right. And the next coin I'm looking for to make a big move to the upside is Monero. A pretty big market cap, a nice accumulation area, nice triangle, breakout, come back, retest this area. We got a nice crossover between these the area of support and then the area of resistance. So, and then both of them are supporting the price at this time. So I'm expecting, Monero to make a big move above this area of 100 EMA. So, and then get a nice crossover. The whole market is getting a, attempting to get a crossover, right? So I'm expecting this crossover, between the 100 and then the 50 EMA, at least for the short term. And I'm looking, I'm anticipating a, at least a 15 to 20% to the upside for Monero, at least for the short term, and then probably get a slight, pull back right around this area of the crossover before another move to the upside. So expect Monero to be very volatile in next month. I mean this month, right? So at least for the short term before a small correction to the downside. The next coin I'm expecting to make a big move very shortly is Walton, WTC, BTC. I'm expecting Walton to also, after making this nice bottom formation, I'm expecting Walton to at least, break above this area of resistance, at least for the short term, before a move to the upside, right? So expect Walton with a 20 to 25 move very shortly. The next 7 to 10 days, I'm expecting at least Walton, just like I said about ICX, right? When ICX was, 20 to 25% below this area of upper level of the 100 EMA. So expect Walton with a 20 to 25% to the move, 20 to 25% move to the upside. So, and then if you expect Walton to do so, just expect Populous also to do the same thing. So, and then we're gonna take a look at Populous also. When you take a look at Populous made a nice bottom formation and then break below this area of support. So, and then we got this week which was like almost 30% to the downside. So I'm expecting a big recovery from Populous this month with at least like a 30 to 40% to the upside, right? So I'm expecting Populous this month to be very, very aggressive, and then it's gonna follow the rest of the market, and then it's gonna make a great move to the upside. So keep an eye on Populous. It's making a bull flag right around this area. We have to go to the lower time frame, right? When you go to a lower time frame, we make a big move to the upside and then come back let's say 80%. So the next area of resistance for Populous is just this area, right? So on the 4-hour chart, we got rejected by this area of 100 EMA. So it just has to manage to break above this 100 EMA and then get a nice crossover and then retest these areas. So at least for the short term, right? So Populous looking good for the month of March, right? At least for the short term. All right, that's about it for today. So let me know what you think down below the comment section. Thank you for watching.